I'm Brian from Rig Time, and you're watching Music with Mason.
We're still here at Theo's Java Cafe. Joined with us is the Descent of Man. From Winona, Minnesota. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing well.
We're doing well. We're a little sleep deprived right now, but we're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
It's a long drive. We're here. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's good to know. You guys are currently in the Quad Cities. Have you guys been here before at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last
2 years ago.
2 years ago, we were here.
Played over in Moline.
Okay. All right. And what do you guys like about it? You guys like it at all? You think it's all right?
Yeah, it seems like every time we've come, it's been a decent turnout, so.
Yeah, we just had some good Thai food too, so we'll give props to that place. Don't know what it's called, but Soul something.
Just around the block. But yeah, it was good. I don't get to spend enough time hanging out to get a solid taste of the area, but no complaints.
For sure. But thank you guys for being here. All right. We don't get a lot of Minnesota bands coming down here from the wonderful state of Minnesota. So I just want to get started. You guys are pretty well known for your songs Dismal Finality, Rebirth Through Atrocity, and Putrescent Ascension. I've had struggles with listing these names off, but I've done my best. But I just want to get started off. What about one of your first concert at a place called Ed's No Name Bar?
What about Ed's No Name? It's No Name Bar. It's still around. It's our local place in Winona.
It's one of your first shows with the band, right?
Yeah. Yeah, one of them. I can't remember. We've been around forever.
The very first show.
Yeah, he's newer since then, but
with this lineup.
Right, for sure. And well, that's just a boring question. Let's get a better one out of the way. So, what about Winona Fest? You guys are from Winona, so what about Winona Fest? What's more exciting about that?
It's just our local crowd, our local place. We can bring people in there, so we normally know what type of draw we're going to get, and we try to get a metal fest each year. This year's is later November, and it should be a good time.
And you originally wanted to have it planned for 2020, but it had to be canceled due to the pandemic, right?
Yes, I think that was the second one. Our first one went off normal, but the second one got canceled due to COVID.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of bands struggled during that time period.
Yeah.
So, I also want to mention something called Zero Budget Records. Does that ring any bells?
We were working with that outfit early on to help book shows and things like that, but eventually we moved on. We didn't work that out. I don't think it's in existence anymore.
I think they're still doing stuff. At least Will is to some capacity.
My bad.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, they helped us out at the beginning, man, for sure.
Right on. And something else I found really interesting was that you were on Bill Stoneberg's The Sound on Winona's 89.5 FM radio show.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, we've been on there a couple of times. Bill's a good guy. He introduced us to some interesting other bands.
He's in a nice collection of music that people send in, right, to try to get it on the radio. It's a lot of interesting stuff, but those have been fun to help promote some of the Winona shows, and I think he's a fan of the fringe, genres.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. And also, do you know someone named John Wheeler?
Yeah, John did our first music video for us. I don't think he plays music anymore, does he? John? No, good guy. Did a video with him. It was a fun time.
Yeah, the You Will Suffer music video.
Yeah, he was there. We had some really nice fake skull and worm action in that video. Because we couldn't get any high production value, so that's what we ended up using.
Definitely a budget, but that's kind of makes it fun. Get creative. John's a good guy to help with that.
For sure, yeah. And also I want to mention Dave Psycho used to be your vocalist, but now he helps you out with merchandise, right?
Yeah, Dave Sikorsky, yeah. He's still our friend. He still helps with merch. We just got some hats done by him for this run.
Yep.
And he's playing in other bands up in the cities, and he's been touring for a while now, a couple of years.
Yeah,
Probably
I
more.
think his band just disbanded, Sentenced to Die, but they're working on a new project now, so.
Yeah.
Yep, still buddies. We got invited to the wedding reception.
Yeah, congrats, Dave and Amanda.
Yeah, for sure. And I also want to mention something called the Two Halves Make a Whole podcast.
Oh, that's him and me
That's
making
these
goofy stuff. You can ask him a lot about it. He loves it.
You like? What about this podcast? Or like, what is it about?
It's we just make shorts, funny skits
Yeah.
to entertain the youths of America and beyond.
Something I did want to mention was someone ate a pickled peanut butter marshmallow hot sauce chip sandwich.
That's me.
What was it like? What was the taste like?
It was really gross, so I spit it out right after the video. Yeah, it didn't. It was more of a creative idea behind it, and then I spit it out right after. It's kind of interesting to film because I film his parts and he films my parts, so we're actually talking to no one.
Realistically,
Yeah.
I'm not really saying.
We're acting like we're actually conversing with someone. So
Yeah. Do you guys still do it?
Yeah, we still meet every other week.
yeah, about every week.
Film a few skits.
And what's one of your most popular shorts of all time? Do you think?
I know one of them got over 100,000 views.
It was an old one, yeah. All I remember is I ate an onion to start with it, and that was how it
That's
got going.
not a guy.
Crazy stuff. You do a lot of crazy shit on there.
Yeah.
Is there any censorship at all, or do you guys just think of an idea and go with it?
That's a good question for Mike. I guess Mike writes most of the scripts.
We don't want to be too inappropriate since our other jobs, we don't want to be recognized for being too foul or indecent. So we do kind of have a limit, I would say.
Well, that's good to know. At least there's a cap on there somewhere.
Yeah.
I also, for Tanner, I want to mention you have some experience on the banjo, right?
Yeah.
What is it like? So you practice a lot on bass, but what's it like playing the banjo? Do you think we'll ever get a song with a banjo in it?
on the death metal record.
Yeah.
There's jokes about it happening, so maybe like a little interlude or something.
You know,
I don't know.
the
Different
devil went down to Georgia and won.
Yeah, looking for his soul to steal. But
There you go. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
For Josh, I wanted to mention you have some experience being a children's house guide.
Yes, yeah, that's a Montessori position. So Montessori school is a lot different than the American traditional kind of school that a lot of us probably went through. So yeah, that is what I do with my life.
How did you get into that position at all?
When I was working on my master's degree, I just subbed at the same time. So finding schools that needed subs is pretty easy since there's a teacher shortage everywhere, because teaching is a unique position that not everyone can just made to do. So so I was just subbing, and then they had a position opening, so I just applied for it, and since I was kind of had the foot in the door, it all worked out.
Right on. And what about Failed to Decay? What is that?
I feel like it was a deathcore band that I was in prior to joining Descent to Man, and that was the band that I did most of my music career with, from like high school up until like my late 20s.
For sure. And quick question for Dane.
Dane's gone.
Oh, Dane's not here.
He's the one.
Anyway.
Tell him he sucks.
Yeah.
What's going on with Dane?
He couldn't come down. He had to be at home for helping with family things, but he's in missing this one show of our 4-show run. You know, he's
Right.
gonna catch a little grief for it. That's all.
I mean, he's got to take a break at some point. So, I mean, a little disappointing, but you know what? That's his choice, his loss.
Yeah.
But for this whole band entirely, what is the longest distance you've gone for a show?
Probably here, Moline. What are we in, Moline? What city are we in?
Rock Island.
Okay, yeah, we're in Quad Cities. I know that.
Quad Cities, Des Moines,
Madison. We haven't gone outside the Midwest
Madison,
much.
St. Cloud. I think 4 or 5 hour drive so far is as far as we've gone, but
Yeah, we're looking to go further in the future, but stuff just hasn't panned out with schedules or COVID or whatnot.
COVID set us back. We had some good momentum going into that, booking a lot of shows, but then everybody got put on ice, and then
we're
coming
all
back,
old now.
you know, yeah, we're all old. I had a son a couple of years ago, so I've been a little busy with that, not able to do any longer, you know, tour runs or anything like that. But we're getting the hang of parenting, getting the hang of figuring out how to be better weekend warriors. So we're down to go wherever we can try to make sense of it. You know, get an anchor show and help, you know, fill out the dates to and from.
Right on. And also, a question that my dad had this morning was how bands like you guys can manage a job, children, a family, and doing this as your passion. Like, what's it like having such a busy schedule?
We're not as busy as we probably would have liked to been when we were in our early 20s, so it's more of a balance between it. When everyone can agree on some practice dates and times and whatnot, we make it work.
I think we do a lot more practice outside of the group rehearsals. Like each of us individually can work on the writing, the polishing, the playing, and then it helps us utilize our practice time together a lot better, more efficient.
For sure.
And you gotta do that when you don't have that much time to throw at it. I wait till my kid goes to sleep at night, and I try to get an hour and a half in if I'm lucky.
Well, there we go. For each of you, what is your personal most favorite event you've ever played at? Starting right over here.
Ooh, a tough one. Probably Corpus Christi, Texas was really fun. Being able to go to the ocean after that show was just kind of an exalted experience for when I was in Theo. Just being able to hang out with the guys and go to the Gulf of Mexico. It was a cool time. So.
For sure.
Trying to think. I would say probably our music video EP release party at No Name Bar was really fun because we managed to pack the whole place and we had a cool music video out of it.
Right on.
Yeah, probably some of the hometown shows where you had everybody you know and places packed. That's kind of been the most exciting.
Of course.
Yeah, hometown shows and the Jones Radiator in Spokane, Washington. That place is pretty dope. Yeah.
There we go. All right, and for our final two questions for you guys, to start off, what is the future for Descent of Man? More albums, more songs, more concerts, tour dates? Are we going to be seeing merchandise at all? What are we seeing?
All of the above.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, we're working on new music. The 3 songs you listed earlier are not actually pressed onto a CD yet, so the plan is to put them with about 5 more songs, get a full length out in the next probably 2 years. That's kind of what we're planning now.
Just pick up more shows and keep that momentum going, and probably going to be making more merch for some more shows we've got coming up later this year. And I mean, everything else you mentioned is kind of part of the whole band package. So yeah, we're beat on all of that.
Still moving along.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go. And for our final question for you guys, I've asked every single band I've interviewed this. What would you tell the young and aspiring musicians who want to do what you guys are doing right now and just have this passion to do what they want?
I think, even if maybe your gear isn't the highest end quality, or maybe you just don't know anyone in the scene, still just do it. I mean, shit, when I started doing it, my brother was in 8th grade drumming for us, so if we could figure it out, anyone could figure it out.
For sure.
I would say if you think about going into drums, don't go into drums because they're paying an ass to haul around and they're super expensive, so pick something else.
All right.
We need more drummers. And I would say for aspiring string players, I mean, I'm still on my shred journey, and I don't know, spend time on technique. It helps play fast.
For sure.
I would have to say probably I don't know, there's not necessarily a right speed, at which, how you're progressing in music. Just take your time. It's worth it to put the effort in, That's about it.
Takes a lot more time and practice than you think, but
just the effort.
Yeah.
3 hours in.
I totally agree. Well, thank you, Descent of Man, for being with us today. We're so glad you guys came all the way down from Minnesota to be here, and we can't wait to see you guys on stage. And thank you guys so much for watching.